So we are on board 30 Capital Limited all the way to Pittsburgh from Chicago. For some reason, these coaches are way better. So we have started our journey on 30 Capital Limited to Pittsburgh. I believe that's Lake Michigan. So we are once again at the cafe on 30 Capital Limited, and this time I have my fellow passenger. His name is Manish. He's also joining us all the way to Pittsburgh from Chicago. We're just half an hour from Pittsburgh, and this is the beautiful scenery that meets the eye. So for a change, the train is running late, and luckily I didn't have to worry about waking up at 5 in the morning. Here's a unique thing I realized during my train travel. Number one, Americans enjoy train traveling. Now I know we get busy and we want to get to the destination faster, but if you have the patience, train travel is definitely worth it because there is a lot more you can enjoy if you're willing to just give it a shot. On the other hand, I'm really amazed at the excitement people have in the things they do while they're traveling. Now, whether it's a train conductor doing her routine job, whether it's the people traveling and stealing moments of fun. So finally, after 12 long hours, we reached Pittsburgh all the way from Chicago. The time right now is 7 o'clock. The train was supposed to be here by 5 a.m. in the morning, and I'm glad it did not because I'm not a morning person. I explored Chicago yesterday. This is an opportunity to explore Pittsburgh downtown. I still have 3.5 hours before I head to Pittsburgh Airport to meet my wife who flies down from Orlando today. Just had my morning coffee and oats, trying to figure out what to do, and I was checking the GPS and saw that trails besides the Ohio River is down the street. So I thought, let me just check it out. The weather is great. It's probably in the late 50s, early 60s. The sun is out and it's perfect time to get some vitamin D. It's amazing that every city that I've been to, whether it's Chicago and now whether it's Pittsburgh, there is always something to keep yourself occupied. I got to know about Point State Park, just a 20-minute walk. It just takes an excited, inquisitive explorer to find these spots. But this is the perfect place to get some nice fresh air and feel very energized. So finally I've reached Point State Park, and I'm glad I did. And of course, when you come to a place like Point State Park and you see people jogging and biking, well, there is a whole fresh energy about these acts or about these people that really influences you. So for my first Amtrak trip, I could not have asked for anything more. From the hill country views of Texas to the flat terrain of Illinois and then mountains and the beautiful greenery in Pittsburgh, it was just an amazing treat to enjoy the scenic beauty on Amtrak. Now, of course, people say that road trips could be faster. However, you don't get to enjoy the scenic beauty like you do on Amtrak. So I thought I was done with my Amtrak train shoot when I came to this location in Wellburg in West Virginia. I could not help but capture this moment right here. The Ohio River behind me, and you see all that terrain that you see behind the river. That's the state of Ohio. On a bright Saturday morning, you have all these games going on in this park, irrespective of the age and the generation. They're all on this ground enjoying their Saturday morning out. It's a fabulous, fantastic environment. You know, there is something about the hills and mountains that captures your attention. At least it does mine. One fine day when it's time to retire, I would definitely be close to the mountains. And it's time to do some introspection. You know, it's been 2 days since I've been traveling. In fact, more than 2 days. it's important to kind of reconnect with who you are in the process. It's always great. It brings a different perspective, especially when you travel to a new destination. It opens your thoughts, opens up your mind to new possibilities, things that you haven't thought about before. It really broadens your perspective. That's why I just love traveling, exploring new places, new cultures, new traditions, new food cuisines, you name it. I just love it all. And with that, thank you again for watching this video on my first ever Amtrak train travel. And I really hope that this stirs up and ignites a passion for train travel in America. Please connect with me if you are interested in joining me on my next train travel. Texas Realtor Vinu Jose signing off.